A fast, trustless, cross-chain DEX with a built-in order book for setting stop losses and profit-taking levels that has zero front-running, feeless transactions, low slippage, support for market makers and trading bots, with interoperability with Ethereum. I'm talking about Polkadex, whose goal is to build the perfect decentralized exchange. Welcome to DeFi Now. I'm Josh Cross, and while you're here, it'd be great if you went ahead and liked and subscribed down below. And if you want to ask me about a specific project or have more in-depth conversations, come join our Free Explorers Discord, linked in the description. As always, the information I provide you is for you to conduct your own research, and this video is not sponsored. Now let's get started with Polkadex. Polkadex is a decentralized order book-based DEX built on Substrate framework. This way you get the same trading functionality and performance of a centralized exchange, but with the added benefits of better user experience and fully decentralized security and non-custodial and all that great stuff. And because it's built alongside Polkadot, it'll be cross-chain compatible. There are three main parts I want to cover here: their AMM, their order book, and a third that you'll have to watch to find out. And I'll do my best to explain them in simple terms. First is the Polkadex automated market maker, which is called Polkapool, and it's similar in many ways to Uniswap with some added benefits. First and most importantly, if you're staking PDEX tokens, you don't pay any fees for trading. I know, I'm gonna miss this shit too. That's one wallet this year. In order to improve the liquidity of the platform, Polkapool has a perpetual liquidity mining program that incentivizes LPs of low liquidity trading pairs by providing them with 50% of the Polkadex inflation from block rewards. Governance votes determine which pairs are supported for this, and I think it's pretty brilliant because low liquidity pairs have more slippage, and this will help fix that. Now, even though there is inflation, it's counterbalanced by the buyback mechanism, which I'll get into in the tokenomics section. Second, alongside the Polkapool is the Polkadex Orderbook, which contains the Polkadex network, the Orderbook engine, and the trusted execution environment. The Polkadex network is the native blockchain containing the Polkapool and securing the actions of the Orderbook. The Orderbook engine maintains the high-performance order book, matching trades and providing them to the trusted execution environment for verification and trade settlement. The trusted execution environment is actually an Intel invention that essentially segregates computations into different areas. In this case, it makes it so only certain types of computations are allowed and anything else is just rejected. So it handles the balances of all the different addresses in the order book, it verifies the trades from the Orderbook engine, and rejects any computations that could cause theft of funds. The third part is the Fungible assets functionality, and this could solve some major issues in the industry. Project teams and devs can issue their tokens, including ERC20 tokens, by sending a transaction in Polkadex. Then Polkadex governance can vote and approve these tokens, giving them a verified mark like you'd see in Twitter or OpenSea. This way, we can minimize the problem of fake tokens that happen with every single IDO. Now, on top of that, these tokens can have customizable vesting schedules programmed in, and teams can specify custom vesting periods for each address for seed, strategic, and private investors. These tokens can then move freely to other parachains or back to Ethereum via the chain bridge, making them backwards compatible. Now, in the future, they plan to extend this support to tokenizing shares of companies and other assets, as well as NFTs. So there is a lot of exciting developments going on here. Alright, I apologize ahead of time for mispronouncing everyone's names here. Vivek Prasannan is the executive director. He's been in crypto since 2013, and his background is in software engineering. Gautam J is the CEO. His background is in backend systems, machine learning, and mechanical engineering. Deepanish Singh is the COO. His background is in startup incubation and business development. Ksenia Bazian is the CMO. Her background is in growth marketing and sales development. They've also got a strong group of advisors and some excellent VCs backing them that you can check out on their website. Polkadex is having an IDO as well as an IEO. Their IDO will be on Polkastarter and their IEO will be on KuCoin Spotlight for those who are whitelisted and lucky enough to win the lottery. In both cases, the price will be $2 per token. The total supply is 20 million PDEX, and about 10% of those will be circulating initially. Here's the token distribution. 9% is for the founders and team, which is a relatively small amount, so that's good. 7% for the seed round, 8% for the strategic round, about 10.2% for the private round, 41% for the treasury, 10% for liquidity mining rewards, 6% for advisors, about 6.8% for marketing ecosystem and partnerships, and 2% for the community round. There are a few ways the token will be used on the protocol, and I'll simplify them a bit. First are the fees from the exchanges. There's a 0.2% fee for trades on the Orderbook exchange and a 0.3% fee for trades on Polkapool. The fees on Polkapool are split as well. 0.25% goes to liquidity providers and 0.05% goes to the treasury. I mentioned that there are inflation mechanisms, but I also said that PDEX isn't inflationary. The treasury will use some of the trading fees to market buy PDEX and then burn them to keep the total supply at 20 million. Any leftover tokens after burning go to the treasury for ecosystem development. The second use of the token is staking. Validators will have to stake PDEX in order to participate in governance, and users will stake PDEX to get fee-less trading. The third use is for incentivizing validators and liquidity providers. The inflation from block rewards is cut in half. 50% of it goes to the liquidity mining algorithm that I mentioned earlier, and the other 50% goes to the validators. Polkadex uses nominated proof of stake for the consensus model, which is very similar to delegated proof of stake. They haven't announced exactly how this will work, but NPOS is the consensus protocol used by Polkadot, and so I'll give you a simplified explanation of how it works there. Any token holder can become a nominator. Nominators vote on who they think should become a validator, and they back up their vote with tokens. If someone they nominated becomes a validator, the nominator will receive a portion of the validator's block rewards and earn income. But if they nominate a validator who misbehaves, the stake is slashed, including a portion of the nominator's tokens. And that way the incentives are aligned. Initially, the number of validator slots on Polkadex will be small, but they plan to build it up to 300 validators. The validators will control things like inflation, burning, use of treasury funds, choosing which assets are listed in Polkapool, and which pairs receive a boost from the liquidity mining program, basically all aspects of running the protocol. I envision a future where centralized financial institutions exist alongside DeFi, and users who prefer to manage and maintain control of their own funds will use DeFi, and people who don't want that responsibility will continue to use centralized solutions. However, I think it's likely that many centralized institutions will use DeFi on the back end. That way, all they have to do is offer a nice user interface and manage custody of user funds, and then they can just interact with DeFi on their own. Polkadex is shaping up to be pretty much a perfect fit for both of these. It's fast, easy, cheap for DeFi users, while offering the complex features needed by large institutions like high-frequency trading. On top of that, exchange tokens are some of the best performing in the industry, so I'll definitely be getting some Polkadex and hanging on to it. But let me know what you think about Polkadex in the comments below, and hit like and subscribe while you're down there. Thanks so much for watching, and keep exploring.